Hey there, everybody. In this episode, you are going to see how to add the crankshaft and the handle. So I'm going to open up Autodesk Inventor, and you should have a box already made, and you should have the guides and the followers added in. And if you don't, there's links in the description below to show you how to do that. So you should bring in one cam and one handle. And if you haven't done that yet, go ahead and hit the place button and then find those in your folder. So it might look something like this. And you should have a folder either in your Google Drive or your desktop that has all of the parts already made. So if I'm looking for my my camshaft, sorry, I'm going to hit open, and then I can bring in as many of those as I want. Of course, I already have one of them on here. And then one handle, and do it the same way. Just hit place, bring it in. Okay. What we want to do is we want to put, there's really no order. If you want to kind of connect these two first, we can do that. So I'm going to hit constrain, and I'm going to hit flush, and I want to say, all right, let's flush this outside with this outside right here. You kind of saw it jump around a little bit. That's okay. And we're going to insert this with this, and we're getting some kind of error. And all of a sudden it jumped. So I don't quite know. There we go. So again, let's try that. Maybe mine got an error and yours didn't. So if I do this and this and flip it, there we go, hit apply. Now it's all working, and so now we're going to add that right inside of there. So one helpful thing to do is to select your camshaft and hit open. We're going to do something similar to what we did in with the follower. We're going to open up this origins folder, and we are going to find the center axis, and in my case it's the Y axis. We're going to turn it on by right-clicking and hit visibility. We're going to hit save and go back to the project, and we are going to hit constrain and zoom in on that axis that we just brought in, and zoom into the center hole of our side view, and you'll see, if I move around a little bit, you'll see an axis pop up, and we want that inserted. And hit apply. Okay, so now I can kind of move that around. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to push this in, and I'm going to constrain, and I'm going to flush the outside of this with the outside of the box. Hit apply, hit the home screen, and that way I can crank it around. Now, one additional thing we want to do here is we want to get back to our camshaft part, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to hit open, and I'm going to want to turn on either the YZ plane or the XY plane. I'm going to turn this on. And what I mean by that is, if I flip it over, you can see you have a plane going right down the middle. We're going to want that turned on. And now you can see it's turned on. But when I spin this, you'll notice that the camshaft is actually not spinning. So we want to right click on the handle and open up the handle. We're going to make a plane through there too. So there's a couple different ways to do this. One of them is maybe you designed it and so you have a plane going right through the middle. Another way to add a plane through the middle is to hit the down arrow on your plane and go to mid plane. So we want to go on the outside. I'm going to click on the outside of that. I'm going to flip it around, and I'm going to click on the outside there, and you can see it just slice it right in half, which is beautiful. Go ahead and hit the save button. Also with the camshaft, don't forget to hit the save button. Jump over, and now we can see, hey, it's still not spinning. So this is where we want to hit constrain, go to angle, go to direct angle, zoom in. I find that zooming in is super helpful. So I'm going to click on that plane, and I'm going to click on the plane from the cam. Now I'm going to click on the plane from the work plane that we just created on the handle. And I clicked on both. You heard it snap. I'm going to hit apply. I'm going to close this. And now we can see as I spin those, they are going to work. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to just turn those work planes off. Now, you can do that one of two ways. You can go back into the open parts if they are still available for you on the bottom, or over here, I can just right click on this work plane and turn off the visibility. I can find my, click on cam. It's a little bit, if I click on camshaft, it's a little bit easier to find. I can go into the origins and I can right click on that plane. And I can turn off the visibility. I can right click on the Y axis, turn off the visibility, kind of clean it up a little bit, double click, zoom out, and I can see this is all working. These are working. Everything's up and down. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to add your different cams. All right, if you have any questions, please let me know.